I was not expecting these to be this good. Nike Air Max technology has been around since the 80s, and some of the most iconic Nike sneakers of all time are from the Air Max line. In 2024, Nike have released a brand new futuristic looking Air Max model, and for the first release of this model, they've teamed up once again with Supreme, and in this video, I'll be reviewing the Nike Air Max DN Supreme. So these released on February the 22nd on the Supreme website as well as Supreme stores. I was able to get my pair in person at Supreme Berlin. I am still so happy that Supreme actually opened a store here in Berlin, because when these dropped online, they sold out instantly. These were very difficult to get, and the retail price on this pair was $170 or 170 euros. Only the black colorway was available on the Supreme website. Earlier this week, we actually saw a preview courtesy of Cortez founder Clint of a silver pair which was inspired by the Air Max 97 Silver Bullet. However, that pair is confirmed to be a friends and family only colorway. The silver pairs are nice, however, I do much prefer this black colorway, and the official name of this is Black Galactic Jade, which honestly sounds just as futuristic as it looks. Now, this is the first time we have seen this model, the Air Max DN. The DN, by the way, stands for dynamic. More on that a bit later. And we will be seeing a wider release of this model on Air Max Day this year, which is March the 26th. And I can't lie, that original colorway that's supposed to be releasing, that colorway is very nice. Definitely getting some CDG vibes there. That is one very nice looking pair of shoes. If I didn't already get these, definitely that black and pink pair for me would be an instant cop. Let's now get into the shoe. Not a whole lot to talk about the box here. So you do get this pretty standard black box that we see on a lot of Nike collabs. This time, however, it does have the Supreme logo on it. And getting into the shoes, there is a lot to discuss here. Let's start off with just the overall looks of the shoe. I think these look great. It's very sleek, it's modern, and it just looks really fast. The most eye-catching part of the shoe, of course, are those 4 bubbles you see on the heel. It is definitely a much chunkier looking heel than we're used to with Air Max sneakers, and I'm sure you longtime Air Max fans, you Air Max purists out there, are probably not a very big fan of this look. However, I think they look dope. And those bubbles look even better on the pink colorway if you ask me. Now, my favorite part about the shoe is actually not the heel. It's in fact the upper of the sneaker. It's made up of a multi-layered mesh. It does have this textured look to the upper, and when you touch it, it does kind of feel like rubber. But I have to say, guys, the way that this upper feels on feet is just amazing. You slide your feet in the shoe and it literally feels like you're putting on a glove for your feet. The fit on this shoe is just perfect, and that's definitely thanks to this upper. Another way I can kind of describe this upper is, imagine putting on a wetsuit, something you use for diving. The upper kind of feels like that, like it almost feels like it just wraps itself and hugs your feet almost. I'm not even exaggerating here. This is one of the most comfortable uppers I've felt on a Nike shoe. And on this pair, of course, on that upper you have the classic Supreme logo written in like a size 64 font. I'll be honest, I am not crazy about it. I kind of wish that the branding was a bit more minimal. These really big letters on the upper can sometimes look like, you know, a knockoff sneaker, but I will say at least the letters are not too bright. Like, they're a bit muted, they're a bit faded. On the tongue of the sneaker, you get the Nike Air Max DN logo, and you also see Supreme there. You also get some 3M on the lace loops, and the laces this time you do get some standard rope laces here. The ones that come already on the shoe are this black pair. You'll notice they do say Supreme on the lace tips as well, and we actually do get an extra pair of laces here, so you get this dark green color, which I have thrown on here to give you guys that look. The reason why they included dark green with this shoe is that there are some sections of the shoe, in fact, that are green, like for example the TPU panel on the midfoot. It's a pretty good option if you want a pop of color. However, I think I'm probably going to stick with the black on my pair. On the heel of the shoe, you see some more green there, and once again the Air Max DN logo. But now let us talk about this new technology that Nike has rolled out with this shoe. This is the first shoe to feature Nike's dynamic movement technology, and the way it works is this shoe does have 4 air tubes on the heel. The tubes at the back have a higher degree of air pressure, while the 2 of the front have a lower amount of pressure. And with every step you take, the air flows between these tubes, reacting to the pressure, giving you a very comfortable and smooth feeling. And I really do feel that comfort on feet. There's a very nice bouncy type of feel to this shoe. And honestly, I have stayed away from Air Max sneakers in the past. I don't typically like to wear Air Max 1s or 97s or 95s because I just really find those shoes very uncomfortable. However, for me, I have to say this is easily the most comfortable Air Max sneaker I have ever worn. It's very responsive. It's definitely the type of shoe that I would just want to wear every day, the whole day. They fit great and they're just as comfortable. Also, check out the traction on this shoe. It almost looks like a tire. You get some very good traction on the shoe. Also, inside these air bubbles, now it is a bit difficult to see this, but you can actually see the Supreme logo there, which really made me wonder why we needed all this Supreme branding on the upper if we're just putting them on the air bubbles too, because I actually think that logo written in the air bubbles is just one of the coolest features about this shoe. You get a red insole here with both the Nike and Supreme logos. So let us talk about sizing. Now, this is going to be one of the first reviews of this shoe on YouTube, so I'm sure you guys are definitely keen to know about sizing. So I did go into the Supreme store and I tried on both my true size, which is a US 11, and a half size up, and it didn't take me very long to decide that you definitely got to go up half a size in this shoe. Like I was saying, the upper of the sneaker really hugs your feet to give you that nice snug feeling. However, I do think if you got this shoe in your true size, you might think it's just way too snug, but going a half size up, this shoe for me fits absolutely perfectly. There's actually barely any room in the toe box, even though I went up a half size. And to give you some reference, so in other Air Max sneakers like the Air Max 1, I do go with my true size in that pair. However, in Air Max 97s, I go up half a size, and also in Air Max 95s, I do go up half a size. And comparing it with some other Nike sneakers, I am a half size down in Air Force 1, so that's 10.5, and I go true to size in Nike Dunks. Quickly looking at what these are going for right now on the resale market. Now, I really didn't expect this because there just wasn't a whole lot of buzz about this shoe. However, you can see the resale prices are pretty high. So far, we've only seen a release of this shoe on the Supreme website. I don't know when or if we'll be getting also a Nike sneakers app release. If that happens, then you can maybe expect the prices to come down a little bit, but I actually don't really see these prices coming down too much, mainly because of this colorway. It's a very wearable shoe, and people love black Air Max sneakers, guys. If you think about the Air Max Plus in that all over black colorway, that sneaker always sells out. People buy it at full retail price. Same with black 95s and 97s. People love those sneakers. So I just don't see these prices coming down too much. So if you guys were interested in copying, I will leave a StockX affiliate link in the description. Overall, here is my thoughts on the Air Max DN Supreme. I was really not expecting to like this shoe this much, mainly because I saw that big Supreme logo and I'm like, that's just a bit much. But my mind was definitely changed after I received the shoe and tried them on. They're just very comfortable. And I, for one, just really love this design. I love what Nike did here. I'm excited to see some of the newer colorways. Like I was saying, I know a lot of Air Max fans are probably not really feeling the shoe, but I just find that Nike fans in general are just very resistant to change. I would say Jordan fans are the same. I feel like when it comes to New Balances and Asics, people are just much more receptive to newer models, but Nike fans seem to just not want anything to change. They just want the same old retros. I think Nike did a pretty great job with the DNs. If you guys are looking for a newer model to try out this year, give the Air Max DN a shot. And if you guys found this video useful, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. It would really help me out. And I am extremely active over on my Instagram as well. That's why I'm posting pretty much every single day, so make sure you follow me there. And also, for your listening pleasure, make sure you check out my podcast, The Kickback Pod. Links to Spotify and Apple Music can be found in the description of this video. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and for supporting my content. I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.